Here we are again. It's welcome to part 3 of the temporary camper van build, and today I'm just looking at the section that's above here. So this is the van near side door over there, and there's your services, washing up bowl stroke sink and cooker. And we're talking about this bit over the top of here, which is about just under 500 mil. It's about I think it's 495 millimeters, something like that. So and it stretches across there for about 1.3 meters. Look a little bit something like that. So the section we're looking at is this section above here, the bit we call the Welsh dresser. So you'll also notice when we get into the video that the surface has been varnished. I actually applied varnish to them, and I put a little bit more varnish than I expected, if I'm honest. I sort of got carried away, and I ended up varnishing the horizontal surfaces, which is the bit I intended on varnishing, but on top of that as well there's also the vertical surfaces I did, and everywhere else that was well fixed at the time. So it's actually turned into an ocean going van, covered in yacht varnish. Okay, well, let's get into the video anyway, and catch you at the end. Thank you for watching. Right, you see us here with the top part of the Welsh dresser. You'll see I've actually built these, and those holes will be cut in for the speakers. So essentially it is that. Same on the other side. That's that piece that fits nicely into the space. There, it's only a fairly rough build, to be fair, but it will give me the shelves, 2 shelves. Don't know if I'm going to modify it further. When I get it in place, I may do. I'm not completely happy with it because the wood I've used is old wood, although it's been stored under cover. You can see that it's fragmenting and splitting like that, so it doesn't make me happy. There's a better example of it, but I'm actually considering painting it grey because I've got an Egyptian cotton bed spread for my new single bed, and that's in a nice subtle shade of grey. I was trying to avoid white, to be fair, because I thought white would be get very dirty, which it does. Okay, so that's the Welsh dresser, sort of in progress. That will be sitting something like that, essentially. So, see how that progresses. Those are just boxes in the back, which will house the speakers. Okay. Well, here we are again. Right, the Welsh dresser is in place, lights are on, speakers in place. You can see that, and that's just positioned beautifully to hold those sort of things, mugs, whatever. And also, epic failure, it wasn't long enough. It did that bit, and that comes up like that and twists and goes in to form that bit. So I've just put 2 screws in the epic failure just to hold it for now, and I'll get another piece starting from one end, so that should all work out happily. The switch panel, again, update on the switch panel. That has now been completed pretty much. DC 5 volts is in, the DC cigarette lighter is in, and also that little silver one underneath the control panel is the buck converter output, and there's a lead in the cupboard under there which just plugs in and then plugs into my laptop. So yeah, it's coming along. I've actually got some paint, well, stain. So I'm going to stain the top of there just to make it waterproof, and may even stain the table as well. Not sure what to do with the rest of it at the moment. I'm feeling grey coming on for that, but price of paint, I need to be a little bit more sure before I start spending on it. But there we are, progress so far. I suppose part of doing this stuff is registering the fails as well as the successes. Here's the Welsh dresser, which looks alright from a distance. Epic fail. So I can't live with that. Fits there, it goes all the way up, and I've also used old wood that was stored, although undercover, outside, and I'm going to have to do something about that. So what I'm going to do is put a piece of wood, which I'm in the process of sorting out, will be scribed into place there, and that will then finish off that gap. It'll just look like a double piece of wood from one side. So I've taken these screws out one by one, like that, and countersunk them. So now nice and flush, and I'm going to glue this piece over the top. We'll see how it looks. Well, that's only clamped on, but it's looking better already. No gap down there, and that'll make the whole thing more stable as well. Obviously I can fix that back and be absolutely solid. Nice one. When you're building anything, you're on your own. One pair of hands, clamps are your friend. That's what I've done with the outside of that section there. That's got glue in it. So I've just put a piece on there. That's I've lifted at the moment, so it's not in the right position, so that gap hasn't appeared again. So it should be absolutely fine. I've also put yacht varnish down there. That'll be under the sink. I thought that might be a slightly moist area, so again, keep that nice and water repellent, and we should be okay, hopefully. And this bit as well is all yacht varnished. I managed to cut it in around the switches as well. Well, you might also note, the eagle-eyed amongst you might also note that there's an extra switch which is going to that light there. So yeah, it's still got the two-way, which is for the undercupboard lighting, now the Welsh dresser as well, and everything else is just an absolute mess at the moment. What are we getting there? Well, it was never my intention to have yacht varnish everywhere, but well, seems to be the way it's turned out. Good stuff. It's there you go. Bit of Ron seal. Can't beat a bit of Ron seal. So now it looks like I've got an ocean going van. Fantastic. One coat so far, so it needs another coat. The Welsh dresser hasn't had a coat yet, because that's still been glued from the other direction. But everything else is had a coat of yacht varnish.